It's me, Bree McGee. Welcome to my little corner of the world, the cosy home of wholesomeness, and I hope your day is going swimmingly. During today's Breeze, we'll be discussing the land of Nod, so grab that drink and snack, there's work to be done. Now, do you know when sometimes, it doesn't happen very often nowadays, but you know when you just hear or see something and it makes you start laughing and you can't stop? Well, that happened to me a couple of days ago, so I thought I'd talk to you about it because it was so funny, at least in my opinion. But it was a time when I was reading the Bible. Now, let me just explain. I don't normally laugh at things in the Bible, but it was just this one little bit that just made me laugh and I couldn't stop. And it was so much so that I had to put it down and just laugh until it had passed and then carry on reading. My cats even came in to see what was happening because, like I say, it's a little bit unusual for me to laugh like that. There isn't much to laugh at these days, is there? But this really just made me giggle, I must admit. And I was reading Genesis. I don't know how many times I've read Genesis, the first book of the Bible. And I've read it so many times, but I haven't noticed this little bit before. And let me explain a little bit. It's a section of the story where Cain has just murdered his brother Abel. And God isn't pleased with him and he banishes him from his presence because he's not pleased with him because of what he's done. And let me just read you this section. It's Genesis chapter 4 verse 16, and it says, "So Cain left the Lord's presence and settled in the land of Nod." I have never noticed that before when I've read this. And I thought, I read it several times, thought, the land of Nod? What? How is that in the Bible? Because I think we all know the land of Nod, meaning when someone's asleep, you say, oh, so-and-so's in the land of Nod, when they've nodded off to sleep. So why does it say that? And I thought, what does it mean that Cain went to sleep? But no, afterwards it says, which is east of Eden. So it's a place that was east of Eden, the place where the garden was. And Cain went to the land of Nod. And I know, imparting this to you now probably doesn't sound funny, but when I read it, I couldn't believe I believed it, but I couldn't understand what it meant by the land of Nod. And I was talking to a relative about it, and they were laughing too. And they explained that it was a place in the time when the Bible was happening. But no, I just found that so funny. It was just so funny that Cain left the Lord's presence and settled in the land of Nod. So there you have it. Fancy that. I will never think about the land of Nod in the same way again. And when someone falls asleep and I think about them being in the land of Nod, I will continue to laugh because that just made me giggle. And I apologise for laughing at the Bible. I don't normally do that. But just that little sentence made me laugh and I couldn't quite stop. Let me know what you think in the comments. Anyway, I've got things to do. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. And from my corner of the world to yours, cheerio and mind how you go.